since MultiVersus dropped, I've been having people in the chat, people in the comments all the time asking me, Blitz, hey, why is it that only 12% of people who watch and love your videos are currently subscribed? Hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on updates, news, and all kinds of crazy videos coming to MultiVersus. And also, drop a like because we are close to getting to 100K, baby. Maybe we might hit 99K tonight. I don't know. If you guys are watching this, please hit that sub and notification bell and like. It helps us out a lot. But no, really, a lot of people that play MultiVersus ask me all the time, who do you want as a character in this game? They ask whether it's WB characters, third-party characters. Who do you want in this game? So I put together a list that I'm going to keep adding stuff to over time. This is just a list of characters that I could put together right now. And I want to talk with you guys about this because I think this is a really fun topic that we can get into. And with the developers and how they are with this game, straight up, I think they'll take a lot of fan requests into consideration. Straight up, Tony has been retweeting fan art, fan creations, fan bullshit nonstop, and straight up saying, I would love to see it. No promises, but we'll see what we can do. What more can you want? That's just straight up transparency right there, man. So first on my list, a character that I would absolutely love to see, Ed, and Eddie. I am a Cartoon Network kid. I grew up on Cartoon Network. I absolutely love that show. While my other cousins were watching Nickelodeon, I was watching it with them too. I couldn't wait till they fucking left so I could start putting on Cartoon Network and watch my shit. Ed, and Eddie. I loved that show. That show was absolutely amazing. However, in MultiVersus, I think they have a great opportunity to make something unique when it comes to them. When you think about Tom and Jerry, right? Tom and Jerry are two characters put together to make one. And it works because at their core, they function that way in the show, essentially. Tom and Jerry is a two character combined into one aspect. When you look at previous platform fighters that have done these things already before, straight up, look at Rosalina and Luma, Ice Climbers. Those are characters that are two in one. They have functions that sort of work together, and it's pretty cool to see the technical aspect of how they were able to program and do stuff like that. It's amazing. But when it comes down to it, right, Tom and Jerry essentially function in the same way that Rosalina and Luma do, and as well as Ice Climbers. But one other character that I believe MultiVersus is more than likely for sure going to be taking a stab at trying to use their core mechanics in a way that Smash has already done would be like what Pokemon Trainer is. Pokemon Trainer are 3 Pokemons in one. You can switch between Squirtle for crazy high-paced, fast combat and combos and building up damage. You switch to Ivysaur, the second form of Bulbasaur, and in my opinion, I think Ivysaur was one of the best characters when Ultimate first came out. Absolutely loved him. And then you have Charizard, the third heavy form, which is like the big boy damage. That's going to take people out, clap cheeks, and how you can pretty much delete a character's stock very late into the game. And you can quite often switch between the 3 of them. It's pretty cool. I think Ed, and Eddie could function in the same exact way. I truly believe that. Think about it this way, right? Eddie could be the first form, right? He's the brains, he's the smaller guy. He could be straight up, he could be the Squirtle. It's very tiny. It is what it is. Eddie will be quick. He'll be, you know, doing less damage for the sake of being able to do less knockback, but more combos. Then you have the middle form, which would be the Ivysaur. Double D. Double D is the brains. He's not really that strong. He's more technical. He could be more setup orientated and have a bunch of gadgets at his disposal, just like he does in the show. Double D is crazy. But also, you know, Ivysaur has like the Vine Whip that he can like recover with, and he could also like slap people with. You know, Double D always has that hat on. I know later on they kind of do show us what's underneath his hat, but we do know he has like longer hair at the back. What if his hair is like the Vine Whip? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like the way I look at it, Double D can function in the same way, very similar to how Ivysaur does, and it's not a bad idea, right, chat? Think about, like, you know, slapping people Vine Whip style with Double D's hair. How crazy would that be? Yes, I want to see that. And then we have the big boy, the Charizard, the third form, the heavy and the high damaging kill power, Ed. Our yellow boy, gravy loving, chickens eating. Well, actually, he doesn't eat chickens. He loves chickens. He loves gravy too, though. Ed without a doubt, can totally be the Charizard. He has the kill power. That motherfucker was picking up houses. He had an episode where he turned into a monster, or like he was also the episode where he was really angry and raging all the time and breaking up shit because he had a pebble in his shoe. Not gonna lie, I'd feel the same. Straight up, Ed would be a phenomenal, high damage, big kill power, strong character. And I think if they did Ed, Edd, and Eddy, it would be done in that way. Similar to what Pokemon Trainer is, where you have 3 characters and you could just swap between the 3 of them. I think that's a really cool concept. Butter Toast. How did I forget Butter Toast? Butter Toast. What is a big function in MultiVersus? Toast. Toasting your opponents. After you play a game with even your teammate, you can send them toast, which is 20 gold, and basically saying GG's and being a good sport about things. Butter Toast. Ed. It's a match made in heaven. I high-key can see Ed, Edd, and Eddy making it into MultiVersus. There's no doubt about that in my mind. I want to see it. That is the first character I want to see. Up next, another character from Cartoon Network that I absolutely love. I get a lot of people throughout my life. I've had this hairstyle since high school, and I've always had people come up to me and make jokes about this character, but I never took it seriously because I absolutely loved this character. I loved this show. It was one of my favorite shows growing up. Johnny Bravo, baby. Oh, yes. I want to see Johnny Bravo in MultiVersus. He has to be a character in this game. Dude, Johnny Bravo is so hype. Absolutely hilarious. I love his fucking hair. It's so beautiful. Like, maybe, you know, watching Johnny Bravo and then Dragon Ball Z definitely played a high point into me getting the hair that I wanted. When I was a kid, my mom and dad did not want me to have spiky hair at all. Anytime I asked if I can grow out my hair, they said, no, you're gonna get a 2-in-1, which is like, you know, a 2 on top and a 1 on the side. Like, come on, dad, you couldn't give me a fade, bro. Whatever. But the moment I was able to grow out my hair as I got older, I went and did the Johnny Bravo. Johnny's moves could function. Johnny could have so many cool things, right? Like, first of all, he could probably have a reflect with his mirror, right? Like, if you press down special to reflect with Johnny Bravo, I could see him pulling out his mirror to look at himself and inadvertently, accidentally, not meaning to, reflect a projectile back at the opponent. I think that would be a great move for Johnny Bravo. I could totally see that. Another thing, his neutral air. His neutral attack has to be the monkey. You know how he is like, do the monkey with me. That's like his big thing. It is a pretty iconic thing to the character, so I could totally see Johnny Bravo maybe having it as a kill move, maybe as a smash attack. But think about if Johnny Bravo's neutral air, his neutral air attack was the monkey. You could like fast fall and land on it with against the opponent. Like, you know, like Harley, okay? For example, like Harley's forward air, the double kicks that she does, and you could like fast fall onto the enemy and continue it into a combo. I think the monkey could work exactly like that. Truly, 100%. I believe it. I could see it. Love Johnny Bravo. Such an amazing character possibility that they can do. Oh shit, let me add this back into the Ed, Edd, and Eddy thing. Somebody mentioned earlier that with Ed, Edd, and Eddy, maybe you could see Plank in the game. And I could totally see one of their special moves between Ed, or Eddy, throwing Johnny somewhere, or Johnny appearing and then hitting him, and then Plank comes out of nowhere flying and Plank just like explodes on somebody. Like, I could totally see Plank doing some crazy random shit like that. Or maybe Plank be their parry, who knows. But back to Johnny. His hair, like, okay, you know how he has the comb and he's always like combing his hair, he goes huh, 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 huh. That could probably be an armored attack. I feel like that could be an armored attack that will knock enemies back. It could be a kill move. It could be could potentially be a kill move right there. Johnny Bravo is a dope character. I think he's going to be a lot of fun. I would absolutely love to see him in MultiVersus. Please, play your first games. If you can, please make that happen. I'd really appreciate that. Up next, the next character I would love to see is a character that's near and dear to my heart. Absolutely love them. I have a special attachment with this character growing up, and even now in my adulthood. Nightwing. I love Robin. Robin is one of my favorite DC characters, Dick Grayson specifically. Enjoy that character a lot. I thoroughly do. I think he's really cool. I think that putting him in MultiVersus as Robin would be like, you know, it would be cool, but I'd prefer to see him as Nightwing because I feel like Nightwing has more unique moves that kind of stand out differently than Batman. Yo, Cream Call, thank you for the $2. Almost to 100K. Yo, thank you so much for that. Nightwing would be dope, man. Nightwing would straight up, he has the Eskrima sticks, right? Like he can separate the Eskrima sticks and then he can put it together as a staff. Very similar to what he does in Injustice. And beat the shit out of people with it. I think Nightwing can have an amazing, fun kit. Now, I would love to see Jason Todd or like, you know, even Damian in the game. But I mean, if anything, Damian or Tim Drake as Robin, Nightwing, please, obviously Dick Grayson. And then Jason Todd, show him up as Red Hood. I mean, that's his character. That's an iconic character that everybody loves and everybody wants to see. Jason Todd, yeah, that'd be great. But all in all, the most wanted DC character for me would be Nightwing. And the reason, my dog Grayson is named after Nightwing, Richard Dick Grayson. The next character I would absolutely love to see, I think can have an amazingly unique kit, and there's so many things they can do with this character. I'm not gonna lie, I am a bit of a DC fanboy, so MultiVersus is a haven for me because the possibilities are just endless of what I can see that I absolutely love. But Green Lantern, straight up mage character, mage range character, has bruiser capabilities, could be the total opposite of Morty. You know, Morty is technically written down as a bruiser character, but he has mage abilities. Could be the opposite with Green Lantern. Green Lantern could be written down as a mage character, but has more bruiser abilities. I think that that is a way that they can go about it while still making Green Lantern absolutely loyal and traditional to the character that he is. Now, a lot of people ask, hey, do you want Hal Jordan or do you want John Stewart? I'm a John Stewart guy. Come on, man. Come on, man. Justice League Unlimited, baby. Love John Stewart. But they could do it exactly the same way that Injustice did, right? I think that there could be an alternate skin that either makes Green Lantern John Stewart into Hal Jordan or vice versa, whichever one they decide to go with. Probably we're going to see John Stewart because Hal Jordan is always shown as the Green Lantern. Let's be real. They're gonna pick the characters that are more iconic with their roles. And for me, I think John Stewart and Hal Jordan are both equal when it comes to Green Lantern. They could totally bring in both and have them as skins with different voice lines, different dialogue entries. I think that'd be phenomenal and a really cool thing that we've seen already happen with other games created by WB. Looking at Injustice 2. But yes, Green Lantern is a character that I want to see in the game. I think they'll be an absolutely great entry, and fans overall will just be excited for it. Their kit could be phenomenal. I mean, they have the constructs they can create. There's all kinds of different things. I could totally see them making a sentry turret. I could totally see them making some kind of crazy minigun. I could totally see them flying and just doing all kinds of wild stuff like picking up enemies and like crowd controlling like crazy. I think Green Lantern would be amazing in a 2v2 fight. Now, the #1 most wanted character for me in MultiVersus. We have to talk about this. This character, I would lose my shit. And I have a lot of, it's a third party. It has no relation to Wonder Woman, as you would think, but they technically do. And I'll talk about that in a second. This character would absolutely blow my mind if they made it into MultiVersus. And if I ever got a chance to talk with Tony and anybody in Player First Games, I would bring a PowerPoint presentation to showcase to them why they need this, why it'll boost numbers, it'll be crazy, and the game will be played forever and ever to come. That character is none other than Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII, one of the most iconic RPG characters of all time, one of the most iconic characters, well, heroines of all time. She's a badass. Seriously, a lot of communities absolutely love and worship Tifa. I think if MultiVersus played their cards right, when Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming out next year, they could totally utilize this. Square Enix can totally utilize this moment. Those are badass females in gaming history right there. But Square Enix could totally capitalize on the popularity of MultiVersus and also do what they did with Cloud, right? With Cloud, they essentially increased their sales for the Final Fantasy VII Remastered project, right? By dropping him on Smash Wii U in December, a week before it came out everywhere else. The numbers shot up crazy for that game. In general, Tifa and Aerith are both badasses when it comes to Final Fantasy. They're the most loved females. They do have some crazy fans, I'm not gonna lie, like straight up, they have issues. Final Fantasy is a huge part of my life, so seeing one of these characters make it into MultiVersus would be absolutely amazing. I loved it when Cloud and Sephiroth were put into Smash, and Sora as well, but I couldn't enjoy it as much because the internet in Smash sucked. Straight up. Nobody can sugarcoat that shit. It was ass. It was horrible. Couldn't really enjoy the game in the way that I wanted it to. But in MultiVersus with Rollback, I think that things can be much better. Overall, in general, I think so. Tifa has so many moves at her disposal. I mean, she's got True Strike, right? True Strike is a totally badass move that is probably going to be her forward smash, I could imagine. Then you have her Chi Trap, which will be one of her neutral specials, which is where she places an orb on the ground and enemies that are near it are stuck in it and getting hit for damage over and over again. I could totally see that being a thing in MultiVersus. Now, some people are saying, how could this be possible? They're not owned by Warner Brothers or anything like that, right? Well, straight up, Tony said that it's not just going to be MultiVersus. It's not just going to be Warner Brothers characters. They want all kinds of characters from all kinds of different media to appear in their game. And sure enough, when it comes to Final Fantasy, they are not owned by Warner Brothers. However, their music is partly. What I'm showing you guys on screen right now is a Final Fantasy stream that I did. Anytime the main theme plays or the battle theme plays, it gets copyrighted. If we look right here at the copyright owners, it is Sony Music Publishing and Warner Chappell. Warner Chappell is half owned by Warner Brothers, and they do this for all of the Final Fantasy VII songs. It's horrible. But yeah, I mean, Warner Chappell, they got the pull. I think that we could totally see Final Fantasy characters make it into MultiVersus. And the greatest thing about that would be next year for promotion of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. These platform fighters, guest characters in general, exist to be a promotional aspect about these games, right? They can totally utilize that whole entire ordeal of it coming out and use that to promote the game to a whole variety of fan bases, increase the sales. People will probably play this and, wonder who the hell is Tifa? Or what the hell, where is she from? They see Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming out. They see Tifa in the promos and the trailers. She most definitely will be showing up. She's such a... Look at this. She's suplexing fucking robots and shit, bro. She's such a badass. This is my most wanted character when it comes to MultiVersus. I know they're not WB, and people have all kinds of crazy stuff. People want to see Goku. People want to see Naruto. Some people want to see Walter White, Saul Goodman, all that. The possibilities are endless. So why not the video game character known as Tifa Lockhart? I believe she can definitely make it into the game. I can't wait to see it. Hopefully it does happen. Fingers are crossed. But those are my top 5 characters I would love to see in MultiVersus. Tifa obviously being the number 1, but the other 4 are just as good. Don't worry, guys. We're going to have many more of these videos, so please comment below what characters you would love to see in MultiVersus. Whether they are owned by WB or not, I want to know what you guys think. Please comment below and let's get a discussion going. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. More MultiVersus news, guides, and tip videos are on the way and you won't want to miss them. My name is BltzZ and thanks for watching.